Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. So before I share with you the main confession, there are two other confessions that I wish to share with you. So the first message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a married man currently staying here in South Africa, but I do come from Zim. I came to South Africa to look for better opportunities. But when I was still back home in Zim, there is something that happened that I still do not understand. So I need advice as to what am I supposed to do, because there was one point in time before I had gotten married when I was addicted to sleeping with dogs, like for real, not rituals, but just sleeping with dogs. I was so addicted to that type of intimacy with an animal. It all started after I had written my O-level exams. Then that was when my parents said that I was supposed to go and stay in the villages with my grandmother and my grandfather. When I arrived in the village, like there was this other woman from that village. She was the most beautiful woman in that village. She had her husband, but everyone used to say that this woman, she had bewitched her husband, giving him love potions so that she can bring her boyfriends to their home. And indeed, this was what she used to do. So then one day I had a dream about this woman. So naturally, since she was beautiful, I just thought that maybe I had been lusting after her in secret throughout the day without me even realizing it. I thought that maybe it was in my subconscious mind, me lusting after this beautiful woman, and that was why I was having a wet dream about her. So she came into my room, and then that was when she started sleeping with me. And when we had finished making love in my dreams, this woman, Brother Nashi, she transformed and she became a dog as she was wiping my manhood. And she just disappeared. When I saw this strange thing that had happened, that was when I panicked. But to my surprise, when I woke up, I was no longer in that room which I was using when I was at my grandparents' house. But I found out that I was outdoors and I had to break the chain. And I was so scared because I did not want my grandparents to wake up and to find me doing this. The next day, I did not even tell them that this was the strange dream that I had. So I started to notice that whenever I would see a female dog that will be walking by, my manhood would get erect, me wanting to sleep with that dog. So it then happened that one day when I was home alone, my grandparents, they were not at home. That was when I then took a pot that had some pap and stew, and this was like leftovers, and I showed it to one of the dog. It followed me in silence quietly. I brought it into my spare bedroom and I did things with it that are not even supposed to be talked about in a public platform. After the deed was done, I had an addiction. I would walk around the village doing this, and to my surprise, the dogs that I'll be doing these evil things with, they would not even bite me or even fight against me. It seemed as if they were enjoying everything that was happening. So then that was when I returned back to Harare after the O-level results were out. Then I kept on doing this. I would always be with dogs at night, sleeping with them. I then got married and I stopped doing that because I now had a wife. We are now staying in South Africa with my wife, but I am fighting each and every day. I am going through this spiritual battle. When I see a dog, there is a part of me that tells me to just do it one more time and I will never do it again. I can't pretend anymore. This is who I am, but I need advice. I am so scared to do this in a foreign country. Please advise me. There are so many beautiful dogs in the location. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Yo, can you just imagine? Let us try to talk with him in the comment section. Let us move over to our next confession. The next confession that was sent to me, It is from our sister who is in the UK. She is asking for advice. The message that she sent to me, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am looking for a man, a strong man, a husband, someone that wants to become my husband. If there is such a person, may they give you their phone numbers, but they need to know that this has happened to me twice. So in the family from where I come from, our bloodline has been cursed because we have one of our brother, even though he has been refusing, but we know that he did these things. So this brother of ours, one day when he was drinking his alcohol, then that was when he murdered someone. So the ghost of that person has been troubling our bloodline for a very long time, even though our brother has refused and he has said that no such thing ever happened. He never murdered anyone. But this ghost has been coming out and possessing people in the family, and then they will start to talk and to tell us everything that happened at the time when these two were fighting, my brother and that man, and it resulted in the death of that person. And this person is now saying that he is going to avenge the whole family. He wants to kill everyone in the family. So we need advice. We really do not know what we are supposed to do. And as for me, I am stuck here in the UK. I need love. I need a man who is going to love me. I need a man that is going to give me love. But the problem is that each and every man that I try to stay with, this man will end up dying. So if there is anyone who is willing to become my husband, they can give you their phone numbers and we can see what we can do. So when I came here to the UK, I fell in love with another man who had been in the UK, and we started to stay together. Whilst we were staying together, that was when this man then said that he wanted to marry me, and the problems began. So the man will have a dream, and in that dream you would be told by this man that my brother murdered. He would say, "What are you doing with my wife? You are in bed with my wife. I am going to kill you." We kept on staying together. Unfortunately, that was when this man passed away. I just thought that maybe it was just an accident that had happened. And then that was when I decided to find another man. So I used to hear that in Nigeria, there are people that have powerful charms. I then found a Nigerian guy that I started dating here in the UK. This man, he passed away, and it was very scary the way that he died. He was a male nurse. One day when he was at work, they found him. He had been strangled to death whilst he was sitting in a chair, and no one even saw who had strangled him to death. So this is what happened to this guy, but I'm still searching for love. I want a man who is going to love me. I want a man that is going to cherish me. I do not want to stay alone forever. I just need love. If there is anyone that you know, Brother Nashi, who is willing to date a woman like me, who is not afraid, you can come to my inbox and give me the phone numbers of that person. Dear listeners, right, there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sister right there. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk with our sister in the comment section. Maybe sister, you need to find help first before you start dating again, because what if you take another husband, another man, then this guy, he also dies. How about you try to fix your life first before you move on? Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Let us move over to our main confession. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? This is what I have been going through ever since I went to what you can call a Diddy-like party that I attended in Sandton. I am a man that is currently staying here in South Africa. I came here to South Africa when I saw that life was very bad, and because of my other personal challenges that I had been facing, I wanted to come out, because ever since I was born, I always felt like I was a woman, I was not a man. So I was unable to express myself back in Zim. And you know that in our country, when you are a man that can only love other men and does not have feelings for women, you are in danger. Your life is always in danger, and there are even rules that they can throw you into prison using those rules. So I was afraid of getting arrested, and I was afraid of getting killed and being disowned by my own family. It was too much. No matter how hard I tried to suppress the way that I feel towards other men. That was when I decided to come to South Africa. I then came to South Africa, and now I am 29 years old. You can call me Tapiwa. I came here as an asylum seeker on the basis of me being a gay person, unable to express myself in my own country and fearing for my own life. So when I came here, I am someone that does not like to go to work. Like, I feel like a woman, and I hope that people are going to understand me as a woman. I expect a man to take care of me. I don't see myself as a man. I do not want to work. I want a man to work for me, and I hope to have a man that is going to marry me one day so that I can be a stay-at-home mom. So when I came here, I started staying in an area that is called Yeoville, and things were very hard. I did things that are quite hard in order for me just to survive. The things that I have seen, they were quite scary. So that was when I started dating this other white guy. So most of these guys that I would date, they were white guys that were rich, and they just wanted an exotic black man to sleep with a black man. Those that also wanted to sleep with men even though they were still married. It became regular. I joined a private WhatsApp group of male escorts here in Joburg, and this other guy told me that he knew women that were rich. He used to sleep with this other woman whose husband was very rich and was a taxi boss. So the man never gave the wife attention, so she wanted attention. I would go and be with her. She would pay me for the attention that I would have given to her. So she also connected me to some of her friends that also needed like real sex from men that were very strong. So I would go and please them throughout the night. When their husbands were not at home, then I would return back to my place. And then that was when I got invited to this other party. I went to this party. It was more like a Diddy party. When I arrived there in Sandton, there were beautiful women, your slay queens. I had been promised 15K by the end of the night if I was going to play nice. I said, okay, I can play nice. When I arrived at that big mansion, an Uber dropped me outside the mansion. When I entered, it looked like a music video, purple lights, champagne, girls in lingerie, and these men, they were eating sushi. I then saw that all of these women, they were just naked. They were wearing their G-strings, and then that was when I was told to also wear a man's G-string. I went to this other couch and I removed my clothes and I wore that G-string, and the work began. They told us to lie down on the carpet with our bellies down, such that they came and they placed the sushi on our buttocks and they started eating whilst they were kneeling down. After this was done, that was when they told me that they wanted me to sleep with all the women whilst they were watching. These were not your regular men. They were bishops, Brother Nashi. These were bishops, and I was told by one of the women who knew this other South African bishop that was there. She told me that all of these were bishops from Zim, South Africa, Nigeria, and another one from Botswana. So they were doing these rituals using us, and they were looking at me whilst I was busy sleeping with all of these girls one by one. When I was done with all of these girls, that was when I was told to accompany these girls to the different rooms so that they can rest. And after that, I was told to return back to them, to sleep with them all at once, one more time. And I returned downstairs. When I returned downstairs, that was when my real job that they had hired me to do began. They dragged me downstairs. When they dragged me downstairs, I did not know what was waiting for me. They said that we were supposed to do some work. They took me to a basement. It was those bishops, all of them, they were wearing some dresses that had crosses, but they were upside down crosses. And then that was when they tied me, they chained me to this other bed, and they told me to act as if we were about to do doggy style, and they started sleeping with me. One of them came and poured anointing oil inside of me in Sandton, and as they were sleeping with me, they were singing and praying in tongues. They were singing the song, Holy, oh holy, how holy you are, whilst they were surrounding the bed and sleeping with me. After they were all done, that was when one of the guy took what looked like a sex toy, but it was a metallic one, and started pushing it inside of me. I screamed so hard. It was very painful. I do not want to lie to you. And then I started bleeding. The more that I was bleeding, the more that it continued to hurt me. I woke up the next day. The pain that I was feeling, I had never felt so much pain in my entire life. I was unable to stretch my back because of the pain, and I was still bleeding. They gave me 25K that one of the bishop counted and told me to leave. I could not walk, so I started crying. They said, you are going to leave, let us order an Uber for you, but I could not. So when they saw that I was unable to do anything, they said, you can rest maybe for an hour or so. They woke me up and they said, it is time for you to leave, man. We gave you your money. There is no need for you to be here anymore. Then that was when they called one of their personal drivers who came and picked me up. When we were returning back to the place where I stay, that was when I begged him to take me to a pharmacy. We went to the pharmacy. He spoke with the pharmacist and bought painkillers, and I had to insert these painkillers deep into my symptom. I was bleeding. When I would go and try to relieve myself, I could not pass stool. There would be blood all over the toilet seat. I would pass stool, but after crying. Even today, I struggle to poop without pain. Blood, sometimes it comes out. The mistake that I made, according to the doctor, was that I waited for this bacterial infection to spread all over my symptom. The doctor said that I had what he called anal trauma from foreign objects, but I could not tell the doctor the real story, because who would believe me that I was sodomized by bishops in Santon who were singing holy, holy, whilst they were busy doing me. Since that day, I struggle to tell you the truth, but I have to do this. I have gone back to Santon several times, not with the bishops, no, but with other men who are in the closet, who do not want their wives to know that they love to sleep with other men, because it pays me. I hate it, but this is what happens when you are poor. I am confessing because I just want other guys to know that you cannot just think that you can have a rich man that will be blessing you without making you to become his altar or using you for rituals. Just be careful, guys, out there. It is very dangerous. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Have you ever been to such a party? If it has ever happened to you, please do come to my inbox and share with me your own side of the story.